Hello everyone, it is your favorite nurse Abby and this is the Nurses Vlog. Thank you for tuning in. So today I want to discuss something. It was actually a comment that was left up under one of my other videos, and a subscriber asked me, how did I get into nursing? So it's kind of a long story, so I'm going to sum it up for you guys, but the way that I got into nursing, it was 2009. I had just graduated from college. I got my bachelor's degree in biology, and my best friend, she got her bachelor's degree in biology as well. Now, at that particular time in my life, I really was into a lot of research, and I had done all of these research papers and stuff like that on algae, plant algae, and anywho, a bunch of boring stuff. And I really wanted to be a scientist until I really looked deep into what all the requirements would be in order to work in a lab, a biology lab, and do research, this, that, and the third. I need a master's degree and pretty much almost a PhD at that point. So I was like, no, that's not going to be the path. So my next choice was pharmacy. I wanted to be a pharmacist. So when I graduated from college with my bachelor's in biology, I went on to work in a pharmacy. I worked there as a pharmacy technician, because it was a really rough time back then. 2008, 2009, it was a recession, and it was really hard to find employment. So I took the first job that I could get straight out of college, and unfortunately it didn't pay a lot, but it was the most that I could do at that time. So I got my pharmacy technician certificate from on-the-job training, and I worked doing that for about 2 years. But while I was doing that, all the pharmacists that I work with were like, no, don't go to pharmacy school, don't do it. They hated their jobs. They really didn't like what it was that they did. And most of them said probably because they worked in retail pharmacy, they think they might feel different if they worked in the hospital. But since then, I've talked to pharmacists, and the ones in the hospital also think that they just don't like it. So, but anywho, there was this one pharmacist that was there. I will never forget her. She worked at Rite Aid. I had just started. I left from my initial job, which was the Walmart pharmacy. Worked there for 1 year, and then I went to work for Rite Aid. And the pharmacist there said she wished that she had gone to nursing school. Her sister was a nurse. And so she was kind of like the first person to really kind of put the bug in my head about nursing. But at that time, it still kind of went well over. My best friend, though, the one I was telling you guys about, who got her bachelor's in biology as well, her mom is actually an LPN. So she said one day to me, she was like, let's just go back to nursing school. And I was like, I'm not going to nursing school. That's the thought that I had in my mind. I had considered so many other options: pharmacy, physician assistant. I even thought about going back to medical school. I had taken the LSAT. I thought about going to law school. So in my mind, I had thought that, I'm not going to be a nurse. I could be something so much better than a nurse. But also at that time, I didn't really know what nurses did. I never really seen nurses. I saw people in like doctor's offices and things like that, what I thought were nurses, who now that I'm looking at hindsight, were not even actually nurses. So she said that, and I thought about it, and she applied and she got in. So I was like, you know what, you better apply, because she got right in. It was not even a hassle. We already have a bachelor's in biology. So I applied to a technical school program, because at this point I had pretty much exhausted my financial aid. I already have one bachelor's degree. I looked at all of the financial options that I had available. And so I decided to get an associate's degree in nursing, because I already had a bachelor's. So I worked really hard. I paid for nursing school out of pocket. I don't have any student loans from my nursing school. So, but anyway, I applied and I got right in right away, just like she did. So I was like, wow, this is really happening. I started nursing school, and I would say probably the first semester, like by the end of the first semester, we went to like a nursing home. And I really hated it. I really didn't like that clinical experience. It was a very brief clinical experience. It was more like a visit, not really even a clinical. But in the second semester is when we actually started clinicals. Like, we were going to the hospital and everything. And that's when it really dawned on me, like, what nurses actually did. And for like a second, I almost dropped out. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to do this. I didn't signed up for this, all the butt wiping and the poop and the linen changes and, you know, all this stuff. It was just so exhausting. It's like, no, I really just want to take care of the patient, like medication wise, and, you know, make them stable and pretty much nurse people back to health. But all the other stuff that comes with nursing people back to health, I really didn't want to sign up for that. So like halfway through the program, I almost thought, you know, like, you know what, just do something else. It's not too late to just, you know, go and do something else, you know? So, but anywho, long story short, I ended up graduating from nursing school. And now I cannot imagine, just looking back in hindsight, 7 years later, I cannot imagine being anything else. Anything else. I cannot even believe that I even considered other options, because it's such a big personality fit. Nursing is a lifestyle. It is a personality. It is who I am. And most nurses feel that way too. It's like, this is who you naturally are anyways. So it was not my first choice. It was not my first choice of career. And I actually just kind of got into it because I was pretty desperate and I just needed, you know, to start earning some money, because I had already been through college and everything, and it was just tough. So it was not my first choice. But now that I look back at it in retrospect, I could not imagine doing anything else. So I do believe, you know, it is a calling. I do believe, you know, all of this was God's will and his plan, because it was perfect. It fits perfect with me, my lifestyle, my beliefs, and just who I am in general. But that's how I got into nursing. If you guys have any comments, you guys want to leave anything down in the comment section below, let me know how you got into nursing. Let me know why you want to go into nursing, and if you want to see a video, or if nursing will be a good fit for you. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the Nurses Vlog. And as always, thank you for watching.